I'm kind of in the sun, so I don't know if anybody's on here. Hold on. Let's see. My husband's gone to get some ferns to put right there. We're fixing up underneath there, getting that fence up hopefully soon. I'm trying to see how to pull the chat up because it's hard to see out here. The sun was kind of it was kind of shady, and then all of a sudden, kind of got sunny again. Storm. Well, hello. Let me see. I wonder how I can get the chat to come on there. Ooh, they might get me for this song in the background. Hey, Althea. I hope I'm gonna come over here and try to get away from the speaker because they might get me for that song. That's what happened yesterday with my live. Hello. What y'all doing? I got my pool list on, but I don't know that song. I don't even remember putting that song on there. But, oh my gosh, finally we got the pool all done. So I was just going to get on here a minute and say hey to you guys. I'm going to show you. Now, I'm in the shade right now. But over here, it's pretty daggum bright out here. I'm not kidding. Now, when I go over here, I won't be able to see you. I love y'all. Y'all see my window unit. Listen, usually I got central air, but I got a window unit there and one on the side of the house over there in my bedroom. Because I'm telling you, it's just too hot here. Look at that sun. Woo! It's like 100, I don't know, it's probably close to 100 degrees. I don't know what the heat index is. But I'll get my drink while I'm over here. I can't see what y'all are chatting right this second if I'm over here because it's bright. Hold on. They'll probably end up cutting this off later because of that music. But I cannot cut my music off. I'm sorry. Let me go over here in the shade and see what you're saying. Let's see. Are you wearing a bathing suit? Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I don't know if you can see it, but it's orange. It's white with it's white with bright orange flowers. Hold on, I'll turn it around and show you. Don't want to show my boobies, but yes. There we go. Alrighty. I told you I wear a two-piece out here. I don't play around. This ain't my string bikini though. I wore that the other day without the fence up yet, and I instantly regretted it because the neighbors came out the side over to the left, and they're friends of ours. So I didn't want to do them like that. Let's see. What'd you say? I got to come over here. No tatas. That's your job, yeah. Thanks. I hope I'm saying that the right way. Everybody messes up my name. Some people say Selah, some say Selah, and one of my friend's husbands, as hard as he tries, he calls me Selah every time, and he can't help it. That's white boy. He just tries. He really does. And Noel's always trying to go, it's Selah. It's funny, but anyway. We're fixing to actually put a shutters up right there to block off that back porch right there, with like a planter, about a 3-foot planter across there to block that off. And then we're going to take the door, this on the back door now, and we're going to put beaded board up on the bottom of it. And then we're going to put a screen door up to the back porch. That's where the laundry room is. So we got some things going on. But I had to get this pool up so I could enjoy the summer. And then we could get back to business on the other things. Hey, how are you doing? Where are you from? Like, do you live in the United States? There was a lady in here the other day from Norway. I don't know if it was a lady or a man, I'm not sure. Oh, there's the old husband coming back. We're going to cook out some hamburgers. Next week is the 4th, so I know at least my oldest daughter and her fiance, they'll be here. We're going to cook out and swim. And I hope my daughter is. Her boyfriend is down from Boston right now. He's got to go back on, I think it's the 30th, I think. So sadly, he won't be with us on the 4th. But hopefully our daughter will come. She might have to work, I don't know. I think I'm back on, am I? Do y'all hear me or see me? Whoop. These mosquitoes are starting to come out on me. Hey, give me a thumbs up if anybody's in here. Is anybody in here? Eh. I think, is it working, Auntie? Can you hear me? Hey, Kathy S. Can you hear me? If y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up. If not, I'm going to have to go out and come back in. Okay, I guess y'all cannot hear me. So I'm going to go off. Oh, you can hear me? Oh, good, okay. I thought I was going to have to start it over again. I was like, oh, please, no. Anyway, I don't know what happened. Maybe just the phone was overwhelmed because it was in the heat or something. I'm kind of over in the shade now. How you doing? We just doing a little poolside chat for a little bit. My husband's putting another clamp on the pool over there. We weren't getting the air suction through like we should. And that other clamp was like a plastic one, and he went and got one of those metal kind. But I don't know if they knocked me off because of my background music, but hopefully they won't. They didn't cut it off last time. I'm trying to stay as much as I can away from it, but I got well, I was gonna wipe my face off, but I'm alright. But anyway, they wouldn't let me post it because it said copyright, and I don't know which song because the music was in the background the whole time. Auntie Sherry knows. I done told her I can't do nothing without music on. When I used to clean my house or clean other people's houses. In fact, I used to always carry my music with me. If I had my vacuum, I had my jam box. I do everything with music. Cook, clean, when I used to able. I can't do it so much anymore. I'm going to work back up to it, though. That's why I get out here in this pool. It's good exercise. And it's good therapy for the soul. I'll tell you, it is. So what y'all doing this afternoon? Anybody out in the... Do y'all hear me still? Sometimes I wonder if they just keep cutting me off. So, let me know if y'all can hear me. I just did that. I just put one up. Out. Excuse me. I enjoyed that when I'm in the pool. It's very relaxing. Very, very relaxing. Y'all look at these planes, how low they're flying right now. I don't know if you can see it or hear it, but dang, it looks further away when I look at it through the phone. But I mean, I can, if it's Delta, I can read Delta, but that wasn't a Delta. Oh, good. Thank you, Auntie. Maybe if I stay further away from music where they don't hear it and pick it up, they won't catch me on a copyright. It's just kind of like background noise. Hey, YouTube, it's just background noise. You don't have to get me for that. Seems like those artists would appreciate you spreading their music around. You know, if it's just background and it's not like the main thing I'm doing, you know. Silly, silly, silly. Let's see, who is that? Let me see. Hey, Lady 7 Up. How are you doing? I know, I've been praying for you. How's everything going with Steve? I hope he's doing a lot better. I'm going to get some of my drink. I hope they don't get me when I do this. Alright. I know what could happen too, because my phone, when I get close enough to the house, it might hook up to my Wi-Fi, because it's naturally to save my, like my phone. But when I get probably pretty far out away from the house, my regular cellular kicks in and it might go in and out. That might have been what happened last time. Come to think of it. But yeah, I hope Steve is doing well. And I was praying a lot, really hard. I have been. And you're doing better too? Steve is doing better. Oh, good, he's home. That's good. I'm glad both of y'all are doing better. That's good. 'Cause I've been praying, and I know other people have been praying, so those prayers always work. I need to have my Dixie bathing suit on. I'm waiting for my bottoms to come in. The ones I ordered didn't come in. The wrong ones came in. Let's see. And our dog, I'm doing it again. I got thrown off again and I had to come back. I saw it said it was reconnecting. So it says there are, I can't see. Y'all hit that like if you can remember. There you are. Yeah, I know. I think that it keeps go. I think it keeps hooking to the phone if I go like toward my house and the pool, and then if I stay away, like out here in the shade under the trees back here, I think it's like my regular phone, so it keeps going back and forth. But I don't have a place to put my daggum cup over here, and I don't want to mess my drink up. It's a pink drink. And it's got a little tiny bit of coconut rum in it. So it's I call it my lady pink rum drink. It doesn't have a lot. You desperately need a pool. That's one exercise I can do. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I got this thing. And also, let me show you. I'll show you those steps that Jay built. Because they really are good. I'm really proud of him. And he's going to build me like a platform right now. And then we're putting a deck around it. We got to put the pine star around it and stuff. But he built them steps right there. Huh? What'd you say? Oh, he's got the blower. But anyway, he built those steps. And they're very sturdy. I hope I'm still on because I got up by the house. Can y'all hear me? Just a tiny bit of coconut rum. That's right, just a tiny bit. Just a twitch. He poured it in there for me. You would love to get a pool so you could build up my muscles. I know. That's what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, this is my saving grace. And I'm very fortunate. I live in the summer, so we do have an extended time to swim. But this year, I only got the pool up late because we just got the pool this past week. And like I said, I was so fortunate to find it. I mean, I got a brand new sand filter pump. Right over here, like a good one, and it had never been used. They never had used it. It's a sand filter. It's the Intex, and you can program it like how many hours you want it. And also they gave me a skimmer. We had that hooked up, but I need a part for it to make it suck harder. I I'm not being vulgar. I'm just saying that's the. It does need more suction to make it work good, so that it gets the stuff off the top. But so for now, I'm just having to clean it. But I don't mind. I love cleaning the pool, and like that's the color of like the liner. And it is. This one is a lot bigger actually than the last one that I had. That one, I had to walk around on my knees all the time. This one, it comes up pretty good. I mean, it's pretty deep. It's, I think like 4 feet or something. I don't know, maybe 4.5 feet. I think it's 48 inches. Are you alright, Zigzag? Are you doing okay? Sorry, I have to go. Love to all. Have a beautiful day. You too, Zigzag. We love you. Glad you came in. Thank you. Have a wonderful Saturday. It's kind of, I wonder what time it is. Yeah, what time do y'all know it? Honey, what time is it? Oh, my phone won't say. Trying to see. Huh? What? Yeah, I do. You think we ought to leave the table in the yard and put those chairs under there with that ottoman? Huh? Have a place to sit up under there for right now? I'm gonna look for one of them. Huh? Well, just keep the table up under there then. I don't care. Especially if it rains, it's a good place to sit and eat. You can play cards at the table. You can do all kinds of stuff. If we keep these skeeters off us. I think we need to trim some of this foliage back. It's 5:05. Okay, that's not late. I thought it was later than that. Usually the sun's still out better than this. I think it's just, we have had some clouds up there. So it's kind of been, the other little bit ago I was started to, it's just time to get started here. It's Skinner time. Anyway, it would look like a storm was coming up, and I just started praying. I was like, Lord, the wind and waves have to obey you, please. So he answered my prayer about it. I said, unless you have to let it happen, Lord, unless you have to let it rain, please let it go, blow over. I pray about the weather. I pray about everything. I don't think anything's wrong with that. The Lord says pray about everything. He says be anxious about nothing, but instead pray about everything. So I don't think it's silly to pray for things, even little things. Oh, it's so nice just looking up at the sky like that. I love that. It's so peaceful. Cut the blower on again if y'all can't hear me. Let's see. I got my sunglasses on. Let me hold them up. They were calling for a severe thunderstorm here, but I think it's around us. Praise the Lord, lady. 7 Up. Yeah. They weren't even calling for nothing here. It said mostly sunny, and it was like 90-something degrees, like, almost 100. It was like the high 90s. And the water is in fact about like not like warm pea like last year, because that pool was a lot smaller than this one. Not so much around. I think it was only a foot smaller around, maybe, but the depth of it is a lot different. I hate pine trees. I wish that somebody would cut those pine trees down. I cannot. I mean, I love every tree. Look, all these trees around me, I love every last one of them. In fact, I would consider myself possibly a tree hugger. Like, I huge old trees, down that are like hundreds of years old. I mean, I remember our church did that, and I'm not kidding. I was so mad. I was so upset. Not the church I go to now, but like the first church I went to for about 20 years. But I was like, dang, you just don't cut a 200-year-old tree down like that. And it was an old oak tree. I have prayed for a parking space before, and I'll tell you why, Auntie Sherry. I think it matters why you're doing it. Like, I was doing it because I don't have a handicap sticker yet. I am working on getting one, but I did not have one yet, and I didn't have the energy or the breath in me in the hot summer, because it was in the hot summertime, to actually walk as far as it would have been, because I was at Walmart. And it was like the only parking places were all the way at the very entrance, like across the whole parking lot, like where you're facing outward toward the road, like, you know what I'm talking about? I think maybe employees park there, maybe. I don't even know, but it's like the furthest way you can get. So, yes, that day I prayed for a parking place, and I prayed so hard. I was like, Lord, please, you know I cannot make it that far. I need your help. And I'll be doggone if I'm not even kidding. I mean, the parking space right next to the handicap, the person pulled out of it right in time, and I was right there to get it. So, I think it matters why you pray about something, as long as it's not really for a selfish reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, like people that pray for, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I want a new Ferrari or something like that. But I think as long as you're doing it for the right reasons, and the Lord knew my reason in my heart for that, you know? So that's why. Oh, Lady 7 Up, you got company coming tomorrow for cookout? Oh, good. Oh no, I hope it won't rain. But you're right, that's usually what happens for some reason. I call it the powers of the forces that be. That's why I pray all the time. Just start praying ahead of time, like now. Say, Lord, please keep the rain away just one day and let me enjoy it. And maybe it'll go around you. That happens. Yeah, just start praying it away, rebuking it. Like, listen, we had a thunderstorm that came. I just got out of the pool. It was the day we were first setting it up, and we didn't have it all the way full yet. That's the one I posted on my shorts when I said fill her up, because she wasn't even close to full. But oh, that's one of my favorite songs. Into the Mystic. I love it. He won't get you. I've never been copyrighted for him, but anyway. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. I had just got out. It didn't look like a storm or nothing. And I got out just in time. It might have been 15 minutes later. And it came up, a torrential downpour. We were having like 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts on the lake. I don't know if I have like where I live, but it was just right down the road, not far. Anyway, so it was the day after JLR, actually, and I don't watch him, but it just came across on the things to watch or something on my thing, and it showed, and he showed where 16 people were at Lake Murray, and that is the one that's like right close to my house, and so 16 people got struck by lightning at the dam, and that's where I used to take my kids when they were little in the summertime, if we didn't have a pool or something. And anyway, they all had to be taken to the hospital. I think 12 of them were children. And they went to local, they had to spread them out to local different hospitals. But JLR covered it for some reason. But this was like the next day. And this just storm came up out of nowhere. And we had these like 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts and stuff. And then, like, my husband left to go get us something to eat. And he fell because it was raining so hard. And he slipped. And it was just like crazy. I couldn't believe it. It just came up so fast. But I started praying. I was like, Lord, I rebuke this storm. If it is not from you, I rebuke it in the name of Yeshua. And I kept praying. And I prayed that we didn't lose power, because I cannot take the heat. And that looks like clouds bad back through there. I don't know if you can see through the trees. It does look like it's kind of clouding out. Oh, no. Come on, Lord. Please, just a little longer. But, you played that at her service? Your sister? Yeah, I think about Zach a lot whenever I play that, because, he was a fisherman, and he did that commercial long line fishing for a living. And he would go out there for months at a time, sometimes. and they would catch swordfish and mahi, and they get whenever we went and picked them up. Um, One time he didn't dock in Florida; he docked in Port Royal in South Carolina, and so me and his brother, his older brother, went and picked him up, and we got to tour the boat and everything. And I have a picture of him, and me and my other son on the bow of the boat. And I looked at that picture, and in the background, there's a boat right behind us that says "Having Faith" on it. And that made me cry one day when I was like in one of those teary moods because it was just like a confirmation. And I just love that song. It makes me think of all that. And I smile when I think about it because even though I lost him, you know what? It's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. I would not trade anything for the memories. You know what I mean? Even though I lost him at an early age, like if it would okay, if the pain would go away, if all my memory was erased from it, I would not choose that. I would choose to keep all my memories and my pain because it's better to have known him and he enriched my life in so many ways than to have never experienced that and had him and had all of those wonderful memories. So we just have to get to that point, really. That's all we can do. Oh, yeah. Alfred Lord Tennyson. Yeah. And it's true. It's kind of also like that, what's that song by what's his name? I don't even know if he's alive anymore. I think he might have passed away. Not Toby Keith, but the other one. Garth Brooks, The Dance. That song, oh my gosh. That is such, it's a metaphor of a similar thing. It's better. In other words, if you had, to do it all again, you'd still do it, because you didn't want to miss the dance. So I thought that was a cool song, and it is so true. I think it's better to have relationships, even if the relationships, end in a premature way by death or by any other means. I think that everybody that comes in our life and comes out of our life, it happens for a reason. And this is my redneck paradise, as Mr. Kid is saying. He's no kid no more. He should be called Old Rock, not Kid Rock. Amen, Auntie. Amen on that. And it is clouding up a little bit, but Lord, please just don't let it storm. I don't mind a cloud or two. It saves you a little bit from the sun. I ain't wearing a bit of sunscreen on my pasty. What? And another thing is, I have a lot of Native American in me, and Irish, and a little bit of a couple of other things, but not, just a very small percentage, like the Ghanan from Ghana, and what's the other one? Well, both from Africa, but one is Ghana, but it's like 2%, and then the other is starts with an N, Nigeria. I think Naomi Campbell's from there, but anyway, I think that and I think that is where I got some of my features, like high cheekbones, definitely, and Native American as well. Everybody, I think I've told, my great-grandmother on my dad's side is 100% Cherokee. Like, she grew up on a reservation and everything. Hey, H. Davis, how are you doing? That picture is of you as a kid. Cute little fella. But I turn kind of, when I get out in the sun and, or go to the tanning bed, either one, I turn in between a red, not red like burnt, but like a reddish to an orangish color, kind of, not completely orange, but it's in between. Like, I don't know. It's not like an olive color. My husband is he's got dark skin, if y'all can see him. Really dark skin. I'm so jealous of him. And he don't have to even get in the sun and lay out or nothing. He just has it. That's like even all year round. If he gets out in the sun, he's really dark. But anyway, it's not fair because I got to fight for it. But and I'm the one with all the Native American in me. It's not fair. But you got a lot of Cherokee in you. Well, yep, you get a reddish tan too. That's what it is. They used to call them Redskins. Remember back in the day? And I mean, I understand why. Your first name is Cherokee, really? Cool. A lot of people from down in the southern area a lot of people have Cherokee in them. But actually, I have enough in me that I could, if I wanted to, like sign up, because I think you only have to have an 8th, if I'm not mistaken. It could be even a 10th, but I think it's an 8th. And I think I have what you call a 4th, because my grandma on the other side was also part Cherokee, and so was my pop, her husband. The only one that was not Native American, really. Oh, and my pop on my mama's side, that was Cherokee. He came from Tennessee, up in that area, and his father raised Tennessee Walker horses. Now my daughter's middle name is Rain, and that is a Native American name, and I spelled it Rain too, like that. And I was gonna call her that, in fact, instead of what we call her now. Instead of her first name, I was gonna call her by her middle name, which we do that with my oldest child and my my oldest son. We all call them. No, that's not. We just call him a nickname because his first name is James, but we call him Jamie. But my oldest child, and then the one that passed away, his name was Zachary Brandon, but we called him Zach for short. And when he was little, we used to call him Zach Attack or Zach Pack or Zachy Poo. Those were his nicknames. And so Jaden is our youngest. I was gonna name her like I said, I was going to call her Rain, but then, you know how kids are in elementary school, and I thought they would sing that song, Rain, Rain, go away, and come again, or something, and it would mess her up, so that's why I didn't want to call her that. But then, she loves the name Rain, and she wishes I would have called her that. But I did call her Jaden Rain forever, kind of like, people have a 2-name first name. So for the longest time, we did call her Jaden Rain. But then we just dropped the Rain eventually after a while, about middle school. We have burdens in my family. Bear den. A bear den. Dang, they played Freebird twice. I wonder what. My husband's like, Freebird is supposed to be for late at night. It does feel good though with those clouds, but they don't look good. Let's see. Let's back up and take a gander at these clouds. What y'all think? How are they looking to you? Is that looking okay, or is that looking scary? I just went under the water a little bit. Let's see. They don't look terrible. They definitely don't look as bad as the other ones did earlier. What y'all think? They're gonna get me for Freebird, I bet. YouTube, just back off. Like, I'm just enjoying a day at the pool. Like, I'm not trying to copyright any music. I'm gonna put up my copyright disclaimer. This is not for anything. This is for enjoyment and entertainment purposes only. This is entertainment purposes. Hey Debbie, how you doing, sis? I'm out here at the pool and just taking y'all along with me, for those who don't have one or can't get into one right now. But We got like I was saying earlier, we got that new sand filter over here. Like I said, they never had even used it, and it's got a program thing right there that you can program it up to 6 hours or whatever, and never been used in the box. Got that, got the pool. They only used it 3 months last year. Their neighborhood association wouldn't let them put it up. There's a community pool and they pay an HOA fee. And you got to check with your HOA because some people, if you live in an HOA in Auntie Sherry, I know you do. So if you've got a pool, you'd have to clear it through them, and above the ground. Um, and so I guess they didn't, and they told them they couldn't keep it. So she gave it to me for a great price. What are you doing this afternoon, Debbie? We're fixing to cook out. He's doing some stuff in the yard, but we're fixing to cook out. I love all of y'all in chat. Hey, I got 11 people in chat and 11 thumbs up. 11. I keep seeing that. And somebody answered a thing I did on somebody else's not Facebook, YouTube. And I'll get back to the pool and how much it cost. Hold on. But, and excuse my window unit right there. I do have central hair, but I have to have these window units because I'm too hot. But, anyway. So, I told y'all this is my redneck rendezvous. I am from the South, and I'm very proud of my Southern heritage, so I don't mind being a redneck. I'm a redskin and a redneck. Yeah, you might probably have to do an in-ground, to be honest with you, Aunt Sherry, because a lot of places that have HOAs, they will not allow you to put an above-the-ground pool. I don't live in a HOA area, thank God. I live in the city limits, which is good and bad in a way, but we don't have an HOA fee. They make perform pools now. Just dig a hole. Yeah, they do. Like, my, brother-in-law, they've got one of those. They live at the lake where it got this lightning strike there, and they live right on the lake, and they have a pool that they just got put in. I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and they had to build a huge retaining wall because of the way their yard slopes down, and they got a fiberglass pool, which is one of the ones that are like, pre-done with the steps and everything built in, and they just dig and, of course have to plumb it and everything, and then they just backfill it back in. But yeah, that's what they got. Their retaining wall cost about as much as their daggum pool did. And you have a slope yard like that too, don't you? I remember you telling me that. So they might have to build a retaining wall for yours. And you might have to have a door coming out your basement so that you can walk out there without having to climb up or down a bunch of steps. Like, that is the way that I would do it if I were you. You ought to think about that. They have ones different sizes, that are only like 4 or 5 feet deep even, and just a little, not big at all. Very easy to keep up and maintain. About the size of this. That's what you need. You might can even get you a hot tub put on the side with some jet. That's what I told my husband. I said I wouldn't mind getting a hot tub and putting it underneath the back porch area right there, like up by the house where the brick is, out beside the door to the right. Because we're fixing to put shutters up all the way across right there where the opening is right there. We've got, I don't know, you can see them over there, but they're like those black shutters like that. And we're putting 3-foot planters out there on each side, 4 foot long. And then that door that is actually on the back right there, we're going to take that and paint it black and put that on the door to come into underneath the porch right there. And I think that's going to look really nice. And then he's going to do the sideways boards on those posts, the boards that run like this way. That is called horizontal, yeah, sideways. I don't like the ones that go up and down for some reason. So we're going to put those up. And we're going to stain the post like a dark, very dark stain. It's basically like charcoal or close to black. And the shutters are black. So I think that's going to look really good. And then up there, we're going to put like a piece of lattice, I think, across the top. This like little square lattice with a little tiny hole that comes right up under the roof line right there across. Because I want to grow jasmine up that because it smells so good. Yeah, they're well, now they had to pay about 50,000 because of that retaining wall, but you can actually get one of them pools for about $8 or $9,000 if you don't get one that's overly big. Now, you might have to ask somebody, about the retaining wall part of it if you have a sloped yard, because they have to have a flat place to put it. But if you don't get one, they might can just dig out, but they still might have to put a retaining wall, or water will go down into it. Unless you put it on the side of your house, on a, like a level part, more level part, That's the main thing. Like this, even. Like our yard is pretty daggum flat where we live. But it's not. I mean, it's still a little bit unlevel. Not you can barely tell it on that side and that side. But those legs over there are not all the way pulled out like they need to be. So I think we're gonna have to drain this tonight, and then tomorrow after church we're going to church with Jaden and her boyfriend, and then we're gonna go out to eat, and then after that we're gonna come home, and I think he's gonna pull those legs back. It's those two legs right there. You can tell where it's just not as it's lower. The water is higher up there than it is right there. So I think we're gonna do that after we go to eat with them, and then fill it the rest of the way back up, because you have to, probably take a pretty good of the water out to get it to do that, because it's heavy. I think it's 4,800 gallons or something. That's a lot. Hey, Diamonds. In the pool. In the pool. What's up, Bud Light? I watch everything that she posts too, as long as I'm telling you, I have to go looking for stuff. Like, my notifications don't notify me nothing that I want to see. Like I told you the other day, it put JLR on there. Now, even though that was something I did want to see, because it was about people down the street from me at the lake that I took my kids to when they were little. 16 people got struck by lightning, and 12 of them had to be 12 of them were kids, excuse me. And it's like it's the Lake Murray Dam is what it's called. And, there's a beach there, like a big beach there, and you can like lay out and go swimming, and there's no, even though it's the lake, as long as I'm on a float, I'm okay, and not dangling under the water. But anyway, so yeah, they'll show me stuff like that I'm not even like subscribed to. But the people that I'm subscribed to, like Daisy and like Diamonds, and like, people that I actually want to watch, oh no, it won't show me that. But it'll show me everything else. You have a Ford Platinum truck. His name is Bud. That's hilarious. Hey, I need to name mine. I got a Equinox. You can see it right there. Can you believe my husband backed up on a police officer? Do you see the way our yard is kind of got on the corner right there? Like, that's a main street right there. You see us. Even this road on the side right here is very busy, really. But that front road right there, that road is very busy. And, anyway, we got like a sidewalk out in front of our yard, so... Like, I was talking about my mailbox. I wish my mailbox wasn't out there, because people can just walk by and put their hand in my mailbox walking by. And we live in the city limits. But, okay, so this side road right here, like, that's why we have to get this fence and stuff up, because it does bother me. I feel like I'm on display out here. I know. What's up with that? Is it like they're trying to get you to watch other stuff beside what you want to watch, like your regular things that you want to watch? It's like they want to give you something to suggest to watch. I don't know. That's what it seems like. Because, I'm talking about, like, channels I've even unsubscribed from, it will show me. Like, Nelly, I'm not going to lie, I unsubscribed to that because I just don't like all that hostility and stuff. So I just try to avoid that. Like that'll come up. And also, the tarot card reader comes up, and I'm unsubscribed from all them channels, and it will show me still. It's not right. Today has been a crappy, literally septic backed up. Oh no, your septic backed up? Something else wrong with the AC system, and my landlord is using a loud machine, so I can't record any videos. Happy, joy. Oh no. Well, Lord, help her get that thing fixed quickly. Please help them get that situation taken care of, and the air conditioner especially is too hot. Lord, so please help them get that fixed for sure. And the septic, you can't live with that. That's terrible. It's all about the money, Selah. Who brings in the most gets the notifications. Maybe. You're probably right about that. Daisy's got a fairly large channel though, and yours is growing really quick. Like, you would think that, I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, if somebody's monetized already even, it should push those at least. Especially for if we're like, because I have y'all on the black bell, you know what I'm talking about, that we're supposed to get every notification that this person that we subscribe to puts out. Like, regardless, we're supposed to get every single notification, but nope, it does not happen that way. Well, I know, because I didn't know you'd been on there that long, but, like, I feel like that it happened quickly when it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might have took a while, but when it hit, I feel like it took off. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's getting bigger and bigger. I do. I think it's gonna blow up even bigger. I do. I think you got it going on there. I do. You did hear it back then? I think I remember finding out, like, when we were talking about your cups one time, and I think I might have shared something to do with your cups, but I don't think I realized, like, you had, like, a whole YouTube channel or anything until very lately. Like, I don't know why. But y'all know my brain. I'm not going to pretend like everything is fine, because it's not. So my brain is still kind of like that pseudo, what I call it, that doctor said, pseudo, not Alzheimer's, but the other, pseudo dementia. It's not really dementia, but it's just your brain kind of works on that same kind of mentality for a little bit, but it's starting to get a little bit better. You try to help channels grow if I like the individual. Yeah, me too. I do too. Yeah, when you started going live, it made a difference. Thank God. Yeah, it did. I do think that people that go live, it helps their channel grow. Now, maybe when your channel already gets like where you don't mind doing videos. I think videos are fun too every now and then, but I think you do need to go live and like get in touch with your people that watch you, and also it's just good to be able to talk to people. I like that. Right, I know. Pseudo means fake. It means like a mocking, not mocking, or a mimicking of something. Kind of like a fake Louis. I was talking about. There's a place you can get them, and they do look like them, but they're like, like $60 for one of them little ones. They're not real, like daisies that she gets, that are authenticated. Huh? Oh, you didn't have the charcoal yet? Honey, hi, Jay. Did you ever get that rum? That coconut rum? He's gonna get in the pool with me when we get the fire going. I might have to sun off. Wish I had that fence up. Oh, I think the posting of the shorts, I think they help a lot. I really do. I think those make a huge difference. Now, even if people might not be particularly Trump followers, I mean, it's still the truth. So, but I mean, I hate to say it, not everybody, because there are Democrats that are just like regular, like my grandparents that were more poor. They always voted Democrat. The other side always voted Republican. Back then, it seemed like for some reason, like um, it was more like, you know what I mean? Like wealthier people voted Republican or something, and then people that were, I don't know, maybe a little bit poor voted Democrat. So like half my family voted Democrat. My mom was a Democrat, and she loved the heck out of Bill Clinton. Oh my gosh, she loved him. And I was just like, Mama. Yeah, I am doing pina coladas in a minute. Well, right now I got some coconut rum in my pink drink I got from Starbucks, and my what do you call it, Stanley over there. But yes, when he gets back, he's gonna make me a pina colada, and I do it by homemade. I do it homemade, and I'm gonna tell y'all my recipe. And if y'all want the best pina colada in the world, have y'all ever had the ones from the Red Lobster that came out of that Island Oasis machine? They're better than that. I'm not even kidding. And those are my favorite. But, okay, so you get you some whipping cream, okay? Some cream. And you get the pineapple juice and the coconut rum. And then you can either do it on the rocks or you can do it in the magic bullet. I've got a magic bullet, so or, I do it in that sometimes, and sometimes I just do it on the rocks. But oh, and your of course, your whipped cream on the top, and it's some fruit if you want to garnish the sides. And it is sometimes I'll take, and if I have it in a glass, if I'm inside out here, I'll drink it in my Stanley. But inside, like I'll turn the glass upside down on some like sugar, and then so I mix up the third part whipping cream. Not whipping cream like that comes out of the thing, but you know how you buy it like milk in a carton, and it's just not the heavy whipping cream, but it's just the regular, cream. And then a third pineapple juice, and a third coconut rum, and you take it and mix that in a mixer. And if you want to, you can add ice and put it in the magic bullet or your blender or whatever, and then you can have it on, like the regular kind. Or it tastes good on the rocks. Either way, it really does. And then, like, cut your little pineapple slice or a chunk of pineapple and a cherry, and on the side, or even a lime. Put the lime in the coconut and drink them boiled up. But anyway, it is good though with that, the pineapple and the lime. And then even a sprig of peppermint, if you got it, is good on top. And just put a little bit of whipped cream on top. If you drink it out of one dead after shooting at Popular Ocean at Myrtle Beach, that's not good. That came up on my news just now on my phone. Diamond, you're very creative. Yes, she is creative. She is so talented. The only problem with that is some people get jealous, and so you end up being a target for some people, sadly. But I'd rather be creative and just be a target. Just keep doing you, Diamond. Don't even worry about the haters. They're just jealous. Because you are very creative and very talented. Auntie and Debbie, I promise I'm going to do the chicken dance again one day. Oh, good. Did you do the chicken dance on Daisy's? I love this group. I can't remember the name of them, but they're a Christian, like, Southern, I don't know what you call it. It's called something country. My husband knows the name of them when he comes back. But, oh my gosh, I love them. It's just three people that are, like, the main three singers. And they all, well, the two guys wear, like, overalls. Listen to that one right there. He sings so good. Oh, man. I'm going to have to find out that and put it in the notification below. The, what do you call it? The comment section thing. And I'll tell y'all the name of it. It's called something South. It's called Simply South, maybe. My husband knows. But that man, he has got a voice like, I mean, something else. He reminds me of Darius Rucker. Did y'all know who Hootie and the Blowfish was? They came from South Carolina. That's why I know that they're so popular around here. But and they came from USC, which we live close to also. But um, uh, Darius Rucker, he sings country now. He lives in Charleston, South Carolina, most of the time. But he was the main singer in Hootie and the Blowfish. If y'all ever heard of them. You put cream of coconut in your pina coladas. Ooh, I hadn't tried that. Has way more flavor. So, yeah, because I do love that coconut flavor. But, I mean, I do put a lot of coconut rum in mine. Because, like I said, it's a third coconut rum. But I thought about getting the coconut flavor, kind of like, the vanilla flavor, and putting that in it. But that cream of coconut, that's probably a good idea. No, Selah, I don't remember where I did it. It was last year. I just love dance. I love to dance too. I grew up tap dancing, clogging, and I did gymnastics, but I mostly tapped and clogged. Those are my two favorite things to do. That's what I did when I was in them pageants. But I've traveled around with a couple of different groups, and we clogged with them whenever we went to like those festivals, like Loretta and Patsy Cline and them did. It was like the Zazoff Boys was the name of the group, and we would go and clog. And I mean, I was a heck of a clogger for real. I really was. I don't care. People don't like me. I just don't like my name to be lied on. That's the way I am. I'm the same way. You can talk about me. You can call me a bitch if you want, if that's how you feel about me. But don't be lying on me. That's just the main thing I care about. I'm like that too. I just started Daisy. She wasn't in the airport. That went up. I can't even hardly see it. A gnat flew in my eye again. It did the other day too, and it took forever to get that thing out. You use Bacardi and Malibu rum. Malibu is more for the flavor. It is. That's why I use so much of it. A third of it. Alcohol content is low. It is. That's why I make it strong. I put a whole third Malibu in it. But you're right. It would put a bigger bite on it if I added rum, like the regular rum, and then the Malibu, and then the coconut flavor with the cream of coconut, or just even the coconut extract maybe might help. But I think is it in the can? Is the cream of coconut in the can that you get, and it's like blue, sort of with the coconut on it, and then you open it up and it looks like kind of real thick, congealed looking like coconut stuff. Because I think I have a recipe for a cake or like thing that calls for that. Who said what? Not the best person. Always remember the names of rude people. It's in a tube, Selah. Oh, is it? Dang. I'll have to go look for that because I don't know I don't know about that. I've seen cream of coconut in a can at the grocery store, but I've never seen it in a tube. Where do you find it? What aisle is it on? I was sent screenshots of what? I'm out of the loop. I didn't see all that. My eyes are blurry, and a gnat flew in one of them. Yes, I used coconut milk way back. So much flavor. Okay. Thank y'all for that. I'm going to have to, what do you call it? Soup up my game. Yes, I used coconut milk way back. I see. It's on the bacon aisle. Okay. That's probably why. I don't know though. It seems like that might be where I found it in the can. Maybe I just didn't look for it in the tube because I didn't know it existed. Oh, see, this is getting at me, so when he gets back, it'll be right time for the pina colada. I get my pink drink in the morning, but it lasts for a long time because I got the Stanley. It stays cold. Person accusing me of kicking her out of Daisy's when you were on panel the night of the gender reveal. I don't remember that. I mean, I remember being up there. I think it was late. Was it late? I know, I love that song too. And it's so true. It's really true. I love it. Yeah, nothing worse than a liar. Yeah, you're right. I say just like, look, why lie about stuff? If it's true, it's true. If it ain't, it ain't. Just tell it like it is. You know? I mean, like I was honest about what I said. Like, I said, Jinkies did apologize to me. And I said, I will not say anything bad about you, as long as you don't say anything bad about me. I said, but I mean, I'm going to take up for myself. And, I'm not going to say things are going to ever be like they used to be, maybe, because I do forgive people, but it's hard to forget something if you've been hurt. You know what I mean? That's just a defense mechanism for me. It has nothing to do with the way I feel about anybody, and I have forgiven her. But you know what I'm saying? It's not that you don't have forgiveness at all. It's just like, be careful. I'm gonna be. I do believe that. I believe that she does love me, and I believe she cares about me, and I do love her too. I do. I think she's going through some stuff, and I'm praying for her because I don't want nothing bad to happen to her. I don't. I love her, and I love Logan, and it's just, if you touch the stove and it burns you, then you're just going to be a little careful when you touch it again. And I don't think she did any. I don't know. I think that she's just going through a lot, and I think that it was a misunderstanding. I do believe that. I think it was a misunderstanding, because we did talk about that. And I told her, I said, I promise you, your name won't come out of my mouth. I said, I mean, not in that way, like I'm being a smart butt, but I meant in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? I said, we call a truce, and it's a truce. And things, over time, things heal. Time does heal some wounds. It does. I mean, it can't necessarily heal some things, like losing somebody, like to death or something, but I mean, as long as people are alive, you can always, change things and work on things. Right. It just hurts my feelings if somebody lies about me or lies on me. That's the main thing. Like, I would rather you just say, look, I don't like you. I think you're a effing, B. And I just don't like you, than for somebody to be friends with me and hurt me. That is the worst, because I've been hurt so much by people because of my trusting. I'm very trusting. I used to be. I'm a lot more guarded these days. But you know what I mean. I know you have. I know. We've all been burned. I realize that. And nobody's perfect. Nobody. I'm not perfect. Jinkies ain't perfect. Nobody in this chat's perfect. Nobody's perfect. So, I mean, if we want to be forgiven, we have to forgive. And that's why the Bible says that. But, like I've said before, and I'm not talking about this about Jinkies necessarily, I'm saying this with my brother right now mostly. Because I've talked to y'all about this. But because of his life that he is choosing, this has nothing to do with Jinkies, what I'm saying right now. This is my brother, completely 100% about my brother, because I do love him. I love him so much. He is 8 years, almost 9 years younger than me. I love him more like a mama even than a sister, but he is choosing a very destructive path right now, and his life is so chaotic, and I can't allow that in my life. It's not that I don't love him, because I do. Exactly. diamonds. I mean, everybody has to do what they got to feel is right, you know? And that's just how it is. Um, God, somebody's car's having some trouble. Oh no. Hope they make it to where they're going. But my brother, right now, with his. Oh, my song is on. The lime and the coconut song. Um, but I had to just put boundaries up for my sanity with what I'm going through. And I love him and I pray for him, and I always will. But I'm just like, I can't have that. I can't have that around me, because if I do, it'll wear on my heart. It'll wear on my health, and I won't be here for my children and grandchildren and my husband. So I can't do that. Yeah, that was a car. It didn't sound like a lawnmower. I thought the neighbor got their lawnmower out, and I was looking around. I was like, what? And then nope, it was a daggum car. I hear it in front of the neighbors. It might have broke down in front of their house. I hope not. I don't know if they're gonna make it where they're going. Sounds like the motor might have blown. You know, like the head gasket or something. Or don't have no oil in it. Um, some people run it with oil. That's a bad idea. Auntie Sherry, that's all you can do, and pray for them. That's right. I have not seen my brother in so long, but the next month I will see him in my hometown. Oh, good. I wish. Yep, you're right. And my brother has had deliverance, but when my dad died, it came back. It was a bad thing. Those familiar spirits jumped off my daddy because he didn't get deliverance before he passed away. He accepted Jesus, and I know he's in heaven, but he definitely needed deliverance. And he did renounce that Masonic stuff. Thank God, at least he did that. But look, he needed deliverance, and we just didn't get to that. But still, it's kind of like fleas. When somebody dies, those things have to go somewhere else because they need, like, fleas need blood, and an animal dies, those fleas jump off on the next person or animal that comes by that's got blood in them so that they can live. And demons are the same way. Like we talked about familiar spirits the other night on Daisies. And that is so true. It's just like that. And those demons go to the next person that is most similar. And my brother, sadly, was the most similar to my dad. And when my daddy died, it's like all those daggum demons, I can see them looking like fleas jumping off onto my brother. And I mean, he's got every daggum thing my daddy had. I mean, and worse. And they do. They get worse. Every generation, it says they get worse. Yep, I pray for mine by name every night too. What Debbie say? I missed that. Selah, like the songwriter say, I just want to speak the name of Jesus. Yes, over you. I love that song. I speak the name of Jesus over you. I can't sing like I used to. I got nodules on my vocal cords from singing all those years, I think, and toe my voice up. Now it's all croaky. I used to sing very high, and then it got lower, like I was a soprano for the longest time, and then it went to mezzo soprano, and now I think it's even lower than that, and I just don't even try anymore unless I'm singing Stevie Nicks. I do Stevie Nicks great. But I love to sing anyway. I do it anyway. What does the Lord say? Make a joyful noise to the Lord. So if we are praising Him in spirit and truth, I don't care how we sound. It is an aroma to His nostrils, and it is a good aroma to Him if we praise Him in spirit and truth. So He doesn't care. He says, just make a joyful noise. I called him to tell him Elaine was dead. He said, I don't care, and hung up. It was a courtesy call. Well, it could have also been the fact of maybe their relationship at the time, and he didn't want to face it. My mom, not my mom, my dad and his sister, who I was still very close to, she passed away from the old the hokey pokey, you know what I mean? Literally within 48 hours after she got it. And I begged her not to. But anyway, she and I are close. But her and my dad, like, would not get along because of money situations, and you know how that happens whenever a mother dies, and then the two kids that were left were fighting over the inheritance and stuff, and so anyway, um, but I told my aunt because my daddy was in the hospital and he almost died. That's the time whenever I prayed for the Lord to save him so he could get saved at least, and then I didn't care if the Lord took him, and he did save him, and he passed away a couple months later. But I'm so thankful because he got saved. But I begged my aunt. We were eating at Rush's right down from the hospital, and my dad was asking to see her because he was trying to make things right with her if something happened to him. And I told her, I was like, you really need to go, because we were eating right down the road, and I was like, just stop by there and see him, because like just break this generational curse, because it's like my grandma and her brother, the same thing happened, and thank God, because of me and my cousin, they made up before they passed away, and thank God, I thank the Lord for that every day. Yep, Joni Mitchell. I love Joni Mitchell. And I used to sing high like that, but these days I don't think I could. I'm not gonna pierce ears like that. Yep. I bet you'd probably love it. You probably love almost at least. Look how close that plane is again. Y'all can't see it like I can see it, but dang, that thing's right over my head. But I bet if you saw my playlist, I bet you would probably like at least 98% of my music. I guarantee it. Because I listen to everything from Motown back in the like Aretha Franklin and the other one that sings at last, Etta James. Oh my gosh, I love her. Like I listen to music from way back then, and I listen to like Joni Mitchell, which is from more of the 60s and early 70s, and I listen to a lot of 60s and 70s music. Like I love Leonard Skinner, and I love a lot of Southern fried rock stuff, like Southern rock. Um, yep. I say, Jesus is in my blood like holy wine. You live by the airport also? It's annoying. Oh my gosh. I don't hear the planes near as much. Now, when I'm outside, I notice them. Inside, I don't really notice them because I got on my window unit most of the time right by my head because I'm so hot with my hormones. But, so I can't really hear them as much. But because I live on that road frontage and they widened that road like to a 4-lane, and I hate that. I mean, it's still a little small town that I live in, but it's the city limits nonetheless. And I guess it would be the akin to living in Maryland across the bridge from DC, like, you know what I mean? Something like that. Or maybe living across in Brooklyn compared to, Manhattan, maybe. But on a much, much smaller scale. Like, my town is literally like a little bit like Mayberry with the sidewalks and everything. So this road right here is big for my town, is what I'm saying. But they have these, like, we have a rock quarry close to us, and those daggum trucks from the quarry with all them rocks come by my house, and it shakes the daggum road to the point I can feel it, and it feels like a daggum earthquake sometimes. It really does. I don't like that. I think we might move our bedroom or expand because Jaden moved out anyway. So, but I'm trying to get my granddaughter, so I might just leave it like it is. But if I don't get her, we might open it up and take both rooms, and so we'll have off the back of the house, we'll have a door we can put there to come outside to the pool and hot tub. Because our room's on the front of the house, which I don't like. I'd rather be it on the back of the house. I love all the songs in college. Judy Collins. I still have albums. Oh yeah, I love Carly Simon too. I don't know who Gordon Lightfoot is. I tell you, I've got and some albums. I still have a record player and I listen to it. I've got I only have a couple of them right now. I had a whole box, and my husband left them at a house when we got up, and they were my parents and my whole album collection. I'm talking about I had the purple album Rain that was literally purple. It was the vinyl purple album, and I really am like upset that I don't have that anymore. I feel like that would be worth probably a lot of money, especially now that Prince is gone. But what's that man doing over there? That's kind of scary. And my husband ain't back, and my neighbors are gone to the beach. What the heck? He's putting on some kind of clothes. I don't know who that is. It's a package. I hope it's coming here. It's not. It's going there. We're supposed to be watching their house, so I got to see what's going on. Hold on, y'all. I think they've gone already. Yes, it may feel like Friday, but y'all, Sunday's coming. Y'all know what that means. You know, Jesus was crucified on a Friday, but the enemy didn't know Sunday was coming, and he was going to rise up out of that tomb, and that stone was going to roll away, and oh, he went around the front door and left it. Michael Jackson's Thriller album. You gave it. Oh no, you gave it away? I didn't have it on album. I had it on cassette tape. I think. No, I might have had Thriller. I might have had Thriller on the album. Most of Michael Jackson, I think I ended up getting cassette. Oh, remember the cassette tape was an upgrade. And then the CD, it was like, but I had so many. I had Benny Hill. Well, no, not Benny. What orchestra was that? That played that sing song. I even had that. Like all the way back then. Like, you know, the music, like Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. What was their names? I forgot. Like I had all kind of crazy music. Yeah, because some of these, I'm telling you, I know that if I had my album still, a lot of them would be worth a lot of money, without a doubt. And they were in great shape too. Like they stayed in the same box like all those years. And like I had probably 4 Queen albums, still original, like with cellophane around the cover of them. Like, I mean, they were open and slit, you know, but like they were still, like the cover had the plastic around them. You were a Motown queen growing up? You have hundreds of cassettes? Yeah, I love Motown. Ow, my hair. Like I said, I love Etta James. I'm not sure. Was she with Motown? I can't remember. I think Aretha Franklin was for sure. But I just love all kind of music, all different genres. These are my old days, I will say. I listen to either Christian music or I listen to like the rap, country, southern rap music, kind of like Tom McDonald kind of stuff, Adam Calhoun, Struggle Jennings, and I listen to country music because, of course, I'm in the South, so you can't live in the South and not listen to country music. They got voices. I mean, like I used to like. Oh, I've got a Neil Diamond record. You know that Love on the Rocks. Remember that movie? Love on the Rocks. Ain't no surprise. Pour me a drink and I'll tell you some lies. There my hubby is again. This is another one of my favorite. That's how I feel sometimes about these presidential stuff. I'm like, hey, clowns to the left of me and jokers to the right. Yeah. So I feel like I'm like stuck in the middle with Trump. I'm stuck in the middle with you. That's how I feel Trump is. He's kind of like a middle kind of, you know, he used to be a Democrat and, you know, he went to Republican, so he's pro-life. Not as pro-life as me. But I am like a lot of the Republicans, the way far right are crazy, and then the crazy radicals all the way to the left, they're crazy and they're clowns. So this song is so pertinent to these days we're living in with our political climate. So that's kind of how I look at it. I guess I'm more of an independent, even probably. I mean, I always usually vote Republican because I voted independent one time. Y'all laugh at me if I tell you who. Ross Perot. He just couldn't pull it off. But like the Bushes and all that, like I just know how they were. They wasn't good. And I feel like we had to have something come and break this whole system apart. And I feel like that's kind of what Trump might be, like a Maccabee. You know what I'm saying? Like the hammer of God, like crushing the system we got so that the corruptness maybe leaves and we can get rid of some of the corruption so that maybe from here on at least, you know, the people that are corrupt will be exposed, and then there can be new people maybe step in their place that are not as corrupt on both sides, not just one, on both sides. I need to hush, puppy. Is Phyllis acting up? You love Motown too? Diamonds? I do too. Oh, and Elvis. I love Elvis. My gosh. I know he signed with Sun Records to start with. I think that was who it was. But he had that Motown kind of, because he grew up on that. So that's where he really got a lot of his style from. And I loved Elvis. I remember when he died, I cried like a baby. He had just come to South Carolina. And I remember, like, I wanted to go so bad. My mom went, and my mom's best friend, and my grandma, and my aunt, and me and my cousin were just like crying because we wanted to go. And my mom was like, I promise you, the next time he comes here, I'll take y'all. And it was at the Carolina Coliseum. And I think it was 1976 or 77, I think, when he came. Might have been 76. I think he died. Was it 77 he died or 76? Because I was 6 years old. I remember that. I think. Because I remember I was driving across the bridge and it came on the radio that Elvis Presley has died. And me and my cousin were riding in the car with my mama, and we broke down, like, I mean, crying, like hard crying. Like somebody told us, you know, like our grandma died or something. I mean, it was crazy. And we were just so upset. We were like, no, we can never see Elvis. No, we can never see him. Trump isn't letting anyone leave for vacation until the tax bill is done. That's what I expect. Amen. Out of my president. Amen. I'm going to tell you right now. Like, I feel like God allowed it for some reason. Like, you know, I know that they stole the election last time. Like, literally stole it. They rigged it. This time we made it too big to rig. That's what I kept saying. I went early and voted. Like, I literally went early and voted. I did not wait. I went and got mine in early so it could get counted. But, I feel like that God allowed it to happen, though, for a reason. Because I feel like if the last 4 years had not happened, a lot of these people would not have woken up to the corruption in Washington. I really believe that. And it had to happen. And then it's like, so he came back in here now after it's all been exposed and people are waking up to it. And I don't think that the big awakening would have happened unless that had happened, you know? So I'm kind of glad the way it happened, even though it sucks that we had to go through that 4 years. But listen, y'all know how everybody in all these protests, like I watch True Social with Charlie and all that. Anyway, so you know how all these people, they'll go, ho, Trump's got to go. They'll be doing that. I said, oh my gosh, okay, I've got to go to one of these rallies, and I'm going to get a bullhorn, and I'm not bull. I know that because of bullhorn Betty, I don't say that, but I was going to get a bullhorn and go, oh, hey, ho, Trump's got 3 more years to go, hey, ho, Trump's got 3 more years to go. Oh my gosh, they would probably descend on me like a flock. No, like a pack of wolves. They call themselves a party of love and tolerance, but it's not. Only if you are as whacked out as them. I'm not talking about just normal Democrat people. Y'all know what I mean. I'm talking about these radical, mostly liberal. They're just like, y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean, you can't talk to them. They refuse to talk to you. They'll spit on you, throw stuff in your face, grab your Trump hat off your head. I mean, and like, if you say anything back to them, it's like, oh, heck no. Hey, long cool woman. How are you doing? Yeah, Michael Jackson was a genius, and so is Prince. Prince could literally play every instrument there was, without a doubt, every one. I hope he destroys income tax. I do too. I do too. At least brings them down really, really far. I'll tell you what else, and he has talked about this, getting rid of property taxes. I think that is the biggest thing. Like, I would rather them, like, have more sales tax, because that's out for everybody. But it's not fair, the property taxes that people pay, and we don't have no say where the money goes or nothing like that. And not only that, when you pay your house off and you're old and you don't have a lot of money, and they keep going up and up on property taxes, they can take your house. They can literally take your freaking house away if you've worked your whole life and paid it off. If you don't pay your property taxes, they will auction that sucker off, and that is so wrong and unfair. I feel like our country is worse now than in the 60s and 70s, without a doubt. Even during Carter. I mean, Carter, he was stupid, but daggum, I'm telling y'all. The last 4 years, I believe, was used to destroy our country from the inside out. And Joe Biden took the fall for it, even though he wasn't coherent. I believe I know who's mostly behind it, but I'm not going to give that opinion right now, but y'all know who I believe. And I think there's people even probably over or either equal if he's not the AC, the Antichrist. Y'all know who I think could be. I think there's a whole Antichrist spirit going on for sure. These people, you can see it. They're so hateful and arrogant and mean and just ugly. Just Trump dropped the F-bomb the other day. He was just so aggravated with Israel even. He was like, after we agree on a ceasefire and then one rogue bomb basically doesn't hit a target and then they just unleash everything, which I always stand by Israel. Y'all know that. And he does too, but I'm just saying, he was mad and he had it. And he dropped the F-bomb. I couldn't help but laugh. I don't blame him. Look at all the crap he's been through. He has had it. And I'd have had it too, with these crazy people. And not only that, but his life has been put in such danger. His family's life. Sherry, he is supposed to be removing the tax on Social Security. That's what I will give me. $300 more a month, which I desperately need. Oh, good. I hope he does that. Let's see, why do we have to pay property tax? And that's what I'm saying. Right, that's not fair. It's not fair that we have to pay property taxes after our home is paid off. It's wrong. That's why I feel like, okay, no matter if you rent or you own a house, it's almost like you're punished for owning a home. Like, and listen, we were long-time renters. Let me tell you something. Long time. We owned our home back in our 20s, and when the market crashed back in the late 90s, we ended up having to sell our house because we had two houses and a renter that was squatting. It wouldn't get out, and we had a hair salon and a tanning bed. So, and we were like 28, 29 years old. We were very young. So, we didn't know what to do. So, we had to we closed the sunbed, and we sold the hair salon, and then we ended up selling one of our houses to a friend of ours at church for basically almost just what we owed on it. And that was the one we were living in. The other house, it had a squatter in it. So we ended up losing that house because we could not get her out. and I took her to court probably 4 different times, and she was a single mother and had kids, and then like I was stupid and felt sorry for her and gave her too much time, and then um, I accepted a partial payment a few times, which they told me later that was a bad idea. Don't do that because if they pay a partial payment, then you can't get them out. And I mean, I'm not kidding. We were already in the foreclosure. There was nothing we could do because we were renting. We had to sell our house that we were living in, and then we ended up renting. And from then we rented until 20, the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. We closed on the house we're in now, and we ended up, thank God, getting a 2.3, I think, percent interest rate. Israel, Shy. I will never go to a nursing home, assisted living, or a personal care home. No effing way. I don't blame you on that, Sherry. The only way that would happen to me is, like, God forbid something happened and made me where I couldn't move, and my husband would have to take care of me. Like, I don't want that to happen. That's why if I have a stroke or something like that, I would just want the Lord to take me out, because I don't want to be a burden on anybody. And I have such bad high blood pressure and stuff. That is a concern of mine. People of Israel Live. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Are they on again now? Yeah, the other day, and I did want to do a live with that because it was so awesome. Maybe I can do it on Monday when my husband goes back to work. Long Cool Woman and I both found this, these people were in a bunker in Israel, and they were Islamic and Jewish, but they were Messianic, which means that they gave their heart to Yeshua, And so everybody in Yeshua, no matter Jew, Gentile, whatever, we're all one. We're grafted in by the root of Jesse. And so it was awesome because they were just praising the Lord and worshiping Him and giving Him glory, and those bombs were flying overhead, and I was just like, wow, if they can be having peace in that, we can. Not only that, but oh hell, Israel attacked Iran again as I type. Oh no, Sherry, no, don't tell me that. I don't want to know that. Diamond says, I've owned 2 homes, living in my third, paid off car notes, credit cards, loans. Years. I owe nothing now because of this. I'm concerned. Oh, I'm considered bad credit. Oh, me too now. Our credit cards, we had so much credit card debt. About half of them I said forget it, and I closed them down. And we'll pay a little bit on them, or either they'll just put on our credit. I don't care. Like, I have a car, and hopefully that lasts a long time. And we still owe, I think, maybe 1.5 years on it. Not much. We bought it in 2021 after we bought the house, and it was like a year old. It's the 2020, so I feel like that'll last a long time as long as we take care of it. I don't drive that much now, so hopefully. Now we have. There's another one. A couple. I did keep some of my credit cards because I do love my Capital One, and I just like the way that one works. And I think I've got and my Victoria's Secret credit card. I can't give that up, and it's only $25 a month for the minimum payment. And let's see. My Target credit card. Like, I do love Target. But, like, we just owe little payments on those. We do need to kind of get them paid off, though. I don't owe a whole lot. They're small balances, but I need to get them off as much as I can to get them paid down. But shoot, at one time I had so many credit cards. That was a bad idea. And this has been lately, But some of mine was just like, I can't do it. Yes, I watched the documentary about the Nova concert. I watched many creators from Israel. Oh, I do too. There's Rooftop. I don't know if you've ever watched that, but I forget the name of them. But they play on the rooftop in Israel, and a lot of times it's like in the evening, like at dusk as they're going down, like the sun's going down, and they praise and worship on the rooftop. I love that too. And I love the shofar too. And they were playing the shofar in the bunker, actually. Ooh, he's got the grill going. I see it. I can smell that charcoal. There's nothing better than the smell of charcoal when you're swimming. You've never checked your credit score? I got this thing that I have it's, I don't even think it costs me anything. I think it's through Capital One, and it's some kind of credit thing. And they manage your credit, and they give you updates and stuff. Like, mine's considered, low budget, okay. I guess it was up to, I did have a 700 credit score, which is pretty good. But, no, not anymore. I owe. I owe, I owe. Who should I use, chat? I'll check that out. I watch mainly news. Yeah, I don't know. I hadn't heard anything about that. I thought they had called a ceasefire, and I thought they were sticking to it. I hoped. I have people, and Trump has been trying to make them behave. But doggone, that's gonna be a chore. They ain't never behaved, and they fight. And well, for one thing, the people were talking about in the bunker, that they were saying that they believe that God is using Israel and America to break up the Iranian dictatorship, and all the regime that is oppressing all the people in Iran, and they're not even free to worship, Yeshua in Iran. I think they'll put them to death. Yeah, it's been going on forever since the beginning. It's sibling rivalry. Like Diamond said, it's baby mama drama. Hagar and Sarah. And so, yeah, we've got all this that's been going on. But, they're just more the radicalized. A lot of people, I'm not talking about the people that live in Iran. There's a lot of people that live in Iran that are not like that. And they just are trying to raise their families. But you know what I'm talking about, all these, like ISIS, and I don't know all the name of them, but one of them, Hamas, and then the other one, I don't remember I don't know how you say it. I have new neighbors who love to barbecue. Problem is, they use way too much lighter fluid. My daddy did that. He had one of them barrels that he had to cut in half, those old barrels, and then the grate, he had to solder made to go over the top. It was huge. And he would be out there, and it had charcoal already that would self-light, and he would spray it down with that daggum lighter fluid, and it would look like a daggum poof, like a big daggum fire ball that would go up. It looked like somebody was bombing this, but my daddy cooked out. They're poisoning themselves. I know, and my daddy would cook them daggum burgers way too much. They were charred like the bottom of shoes. So sometimes I would tell them, well, if they were eating steak, sometimes I'd be like, just cut the very end off the fatty part for me, because I love the fatty part of the steak. I shouldn't eat that, I know, but I loved it when I was little. So my mom and daddy would cut their fatty part of the end of their steak off, and I would eat that. But I'd be like, oh, please take it off before you, barely running across the grill. I don't like overcooked food. I mean, I want it cooked and don't want to get sick, but I don't like it overcooked. Yeah, I pray for these people in these countries too. Even here. Listen, we're not. I know people are like, oh, we live in a very safe, and it is safe compared to a lot of countries, but we do have a lot of things going on here that we don't even know about, Now, the military, I think, they're more abreast to everything, and some of the people know, like I said, these sleeper cells and stuff, and that's real, that's a real thing. And yes, people all over the world, Christians, all over the world are being persecuted and oft. Missionaries that go to other countries, they get caught and captured. They get, unalived, and then the people in those countries also that turn to Yeshua, because a lot of them have been having dreams and visions and stuff about Yeshua and waking up, to the truth, and they've been giving their heart and their life to the Messiah, Yeshua. And that man from Iran was praying and proclaiming that in the bunker, even. Long Cool Woman can tell you because she saw it. And he said that's happening a lot. Like, it's really, the underground church is like exploding in the Middle East. So thank you, Jesus. Russia just hit their 1 million person that's been killed. Oh my gosh. That is terrible. My nose is getting stopped up for some reason. I don't know if it's chlorine. What, honey? Oh, look what he got me. Aha! Put the lime in the cooking. Ah, thank you, honey. He even put the whipped cream on it. Mm-mm. Mm. And purple rain zone. Pina colada and purple rain. How much better can you get? Mm. That is so good. Mm-hmm. He is precious. Now, he can be a spitfire sometimes. And him and I'll bicker like two old coots. But he is the best husband in the world. I could not ask for a better husband. And father for my children. All of them. And pat for my grandchildren. Mm-hmm. Debbie. He is a good guy. Listen, he's come so far. I didn't marry him. He wasn't like that when we got married. When he got saved, that changed him a lot. Because he wasn't saved when we got married. I wasn't saved when we got married. Look at all my kitties. Look. You'll see them. Those are my yard cats. Oh, look at that little one right there that just came up. Hey, little Tiny. Hey, Tiny. I call it Tiny because it's so little. I think my phone's dying. It says 15% remaining. But it's so tiny. It just came up and took up with my cats. These mosquitoes. But yeah, I'm very blessed to have him. Even if we argue sometimes, because we both are stubborn. That's what it is. But listen, I still believe that men are the head of the house. So even if I fuss a little bit, I do end up, because I believe that the man is the head of the house. But I will say if he's wrong, and I'll tell him. And he don't like that. But I'm proud of him because, I've never known any man to work as hard as he does for his family and his children and his wife. And he's a good man. But I'm going to sign off because my phone just told me it's about to go dead. And I'm going to sit this right here and hope it don't fall in. And I'm going to tell y'all bye, and I love y'all. Sometimes we just need to be heard, and sometimes we do know better. That's right. Sometimes the woman does know better. And he knows that he'll admit it. He goes, well, listen, when he listens to me, things work out better. They just do. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad y'all came in, Debbie. Bye, H. Davis. Glad you came in and hung out with us. The only rooster in the hen house. The perfect song to go off to. Purple Rain. But I love you guys. Y'all have a great weekend, and maybe we'll see each other. Oh, thank you out there. Thank you for calling me and letting me know what was going on. But I love each and every one of you. Long Cool Woman. I love you, Debbie. H. Davis, Auntie, Diamond. If you're still on here, I don't know if you're still on here or not. I know you're probably busy with your husband and your kiddos. Long Cool Woman. I'll make sure I told everybody. But anyway, I love y'all. I'm gonna sign off now. So I have a little bit of juice left on my phone. I'm gonna drink my colada. I love y'all so much. Bye bye. Let me see if I can cut off. I don't know how. Well, hold on now. There's a way to do it. I know there is.